Hello, my name is Leo, and welcome again into Doki Doki Literature Club. In the last episode, we wrote some poems. And, yeah, I started off by trying to go for Yuri, and then I just thought, you know what, I'll just go with whatever I feel. And it ends up that I'm naturally, leaning towards Yuri anyway, so I guess I'll just do that from now on. Anyway, today we're going to find out the results. Who likes my poem? Probably it's going to be Yuri, but, go with that. Anyway. Hi, Leo. Glad to see you didn't run away from us. Ha ha ha. Nah, don't worry. Seriously, I mean, I know I said in the last episode, if you don't want to do it, just fucking don't do it, but why not? I mean, this is cute girls. You got nothing fucking better to do. As far as clubs go, I think this is probably one of the chillest, kind of clubs you can hang out at. I would never want to join a sports club. Or, anything like that. Is my TV okay? What do you mean? Well, last episode I was doing that weird thing. Yeah, but you fixed it, didn't you? I think I did. I hope so. Yeah, I think it's okay. Alright. This might be a little strange for me, but I at least kept my word. I at least keep my word. Well, I'm back at the Literature Club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, Leo. I hope this isn't too overwhelming a commitment for you. Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Oh, come on! Like he deserves any slack. Oh, lovely. Hang on. Love it. I got the freaking wife's phone ringing. And how do you mute her phone? How do you mute her phone? Yeah, I did it. Good. Fucking. Anyway, whatever. How do I do the Valley Girl accent again? You gotta start twirling your hair. Okay, I'm twirling my hair again. Somebody told me you didn't even want to join any clubs this year. And last year too? I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what. But if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Oh, that sounds bad. Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps a manga collection in the club room. Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monaco and manga. Manga is literature! Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat. So she likes the manga. Oh, there you go. Don't worry, guys! Leo always gives it his best as long as he's having fun. He helps me with busy work, even without even asking. Wait, what busy work? Like cooking, cleaning my room? Wait, I don't clean your room. How dependable. Sorry, that's because your room is so messy, it's distracting. And you almost set your house on fire once. Is that so? You two are really good friends, aren't you? You might be a little jealous. I mean, I might be a little jealous. How come? You and Leo can be good friends too. Sorry. As usual, Sorry seems oblivious to the weird situation she just put me into. Oh, you'd even bought you something today, you know. Wait, Sorry. Huh? Me? Not really. Don't be shy. It's really nothing. What is it? No, never mind. Sony made it sound like a big deal when it's really not. What do I do? I'm sorry, Yuri, I wasn't thinking. Guess that means it's up to me to rescue the situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place. So if any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what. Is that so? Yeah, I won't make a big deal out of it if you don't want it to be. Alright. Well, here. Yuli reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out. So I picked out a book I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention. Oh, thanks. Thanks, Yuli. But yes, you're right. You're absolutely right. Even if you don't usually read. And we could, discuss it if you wanted. This is... How is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I'd like, despite me not reading much. Yuli, thank you. I'll definitely read this. Well, I'll read the footnotes. I enthusiastically take the book. Whew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. Yeah, like one word a day. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone's settled in, I expect Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club. But that doesn't seem to be the case. Sony and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yudi's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a bit more. But at the same time, I would feel bad for distracting her from her reading. I don't worry about it. I catch a glimpse of the cover of her book. It looks like the same book that she lent me. More than that, she seems to be on the first few pages. Crap. I think she noticed me looking at her. She sneaks another glance at me. Our eyes meet for a split second. But that only makes her hide her face deeper in her book. So sorry. I was just spacing out. I made her uncomfortable. Oh, it's fine. If I was focused, then I probably wouldn't have noticed in the first place. But I'm just rereading a bit of this, so... That's the book you gave me, right? Mm-hmm. I wanted to reread some of it. Not for any particular reason. Just curious how come you have two copies of the same book? Well, when I stopped at the bookstore yesterday, that's not what I meant. I mean, I just happened to buy two of them. Oh, I see. Something fairly obvious about here that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decided to let it go. I'll definitely start reading it soon. I'm glad to hear it. Hey, you know what you should totally do? Hey, Yuri, can you read this to me? You think she'd want to read it to me? I don't know, you never know. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's a very engaging and relatable story. Is that so? What's it about anyway? Well, death and destruction. Suicide. Yuri closes the book and scans her eyes over... Closes the book and scans her eyes over the back. Wait, are you reading the fucking blurb? The book is titled Portrait of Markov. There's an ominous-looking eye symbol on the front cover. What, Illuminati? Alright. I just wanted to make sure I didn't accidentally give anything away. Basically, it's about this girl in high school who moves in with her long-lost younger sister. But as soon as she does so, her life gets really strange. She gets targeted by these people who escaped from a human experiment prison. While her life is in danger, she needs to desperately choose who to trust. No matter what she does, she ends up destroying most of her relationships, and her life starts to fall apart. That's it's kind of dark, isn't it? You really made it sound like it was going to be a nice story, so that dark turn came out of nowhere. You gently giggles all of a sudden. Are you not a fan of that sort of thing, Leo? No, it's not that. I mean, I can definitely enjoy those kinds of stories, so don't worry. I hope so. Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri is into those things. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different. It's just that those kind of stories, they challenge you to look at life from a strange, new perspective. Yeah, like the Black Mirror TV show. When horrible things happen, not just because someone wants to be evil, but because they have their own goals, or their own philosophy that they believe in. Then suddenly, when you thought you related to the protagonist, they made out to be the naive one for letting their one-sided morals interfere with the villain's plans. I'm rambling, aren't I? Oh, not again. I'm sorry. Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything. Well, I guess it's alright then. But I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem. When I let things like books and writing fill my thoughts, I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. So I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange. Please stop me if I start talking too much. I really don't think you need to worry. That just means that you're passionate about reading. The least I can do is listen. It is literature club after all. That's true. In fact, I might as well get started reading it, right? Oh, you don't have to. What are you saying? Just a moment ago you were looking forward to it, right? Let me just get the book. Quickly retrieve the book that I had put into my bag. Alright, it's fine if I sit here, right? Slip to the seat next to you. Oh, man, slide in. Get in there. Yeah. Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive. I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to. It's just, I'm not very used to, that is, reading in company with someone. Oh, I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything. Alright. I open the book and start the prologue. Soon I understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not a particularly bad thing. Maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri is in the... Yuri. I keep saying Yuri. Yuri is in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. It looks like she's reading from my book instead. Sorry. I was just... Yuri, you really apologize a lot, don't you? I do? I don't really mean to. Sorry. I mean... Yuri. You crazy cat. Yeah, this should work, right? I slide my desk until it's up against Yuri's, then hold my book more between the two of... What? I slide my desk... Oh, I see, we're sharing the book. We're reading the same book at the same time. I suppose so. Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we lean in a bit, our shoulders are almost touching. Excuse me, what the fuck are the other girls doing at this time? I don't know. Feels like my left arm is in the way. So instead I use my right hand to hold the book open. I guess that makes it a bit difficult to turn the page. Here. Oh, finally, you picture. God. Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and forefinger. Ah. Excuse me, she's holding the book all to herself. Now I can't fucking read it. No, that's my hand there. That's my hand, because her hand's on her chest. Oh, I see. Alright, sure. I do the same with my right arm on the right side of the book. That way, I turn a page and Yuri slides it under her thumb after... Why the fuck are we reading the same book at the same fucking time? But in holding it like this, we're huddled even closer together than before. Oh my god, what's gonna happen? On the next episode of Doki Doki Literature. But for now, my name is Leo and I'll see you next time.